What's up guys, it's your girl Brianna aka Mini Marley, and today I am back for a new hair tutorial. As you can tell by this beautiful this wig is so gorgeous. Today we are going to be doing a wig tutorial, and this video is sponsored by RPGShow. They sent me this bomb hair. They have a few wigs that are designed by different stylists, and one of them is Touched by Tim, and this is one of those wigs that he designed, and oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. So in this video I'm basically going to be showing you guys how I laid this wig, which was a struggle. This was my first time ever gluing down or gelling down my wig. I used the Got to Be glue, of course, but girl, I was struggling, and it's partly because this wig is actually a little bit too small for me. So if you are going to be ordering a wig and you have a big head, and for reference my head is big, then I definitely recommend getting the larger wig. So let's just jump into the details since I'm already talking about cap sizes and stuff. So it's Touched by Tim 024-G, and basically it says texture is silky, and it is in a natural hair color. This is pretty much supposed to be like 1B. It's 14 inches in a really blunt cut. So this is a cap size 1, and like I said, I definitely recommend sizing up on the cap size. If you're not sure and you think your head might be a little big, girl, get a big cap, because I literally was pulling this to the front to try to be able to secure the lace down, and when you're laying down the lace, you want it to be able to lay flat. So if you're pulling it and you're kind of wrestling with that, it just makes it so much harder. I think this is actually 200 density hair. RPGShow does do 200 density instead of 100 density. It's an option, and I actually have mousse on this right now, so it can be bigger if I want it to be. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to say about the wig. Let's just jump into this video so I can show you everything from me taking it out of the box to now. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, so this is what the wig looks like straight out of the box. I've been playing with it a little bit, so it's kind of frizzy, but this hair is so bomb. As I mentioned, it's a lace front wig, so there are tracks in the back, as you can see here. And this is what the hairline is looking like. I did get it pre-plucked, so if you're considering that option, this is what that looks like. And here is the inside of the cap. We have the 2 pins on the side and in the back as usual. And as you can see, the curls at the bottom that I haven't been playing with are just so nice and juicy, and the lace looks really good on my skin tone. So the wig came in this box, and it has a garment bag, which I love because it's a great way to store your wigs, especially when you have a lot of them. It also came with this tail comb, some information about the hair, and a stocking cap, and this ear tape, which is just the elastic band that you can sew onto this wig to help keep it on, and their magazine. So the first thing I did is wash the wig, which you always want to do, and right now it has conditioner in it, and it was just so easy to wash, honestly, so easy to detangle. The hair was just a dream, like literally. So yeah, there was a few stringy ends at the bottom, so I just went ahead and clipped those off. And this is what the hair looks like when it's completely washed. So beautiful. These curls are so gorgeous. Okay, let me just stop saying so, but I really do love this wig. Again, this is what the hairline is looking like. Nice and natural. I think they did a pretty good job with it. I'm just going to detangle this and pretty much put it to the side to dry. For my hair, I went ahead and flat twisted it down, and I was going to show you how I did that, but it looks a little messy, so let's just skip past this part. It came out nice and flat, that's all that matters. So I'm just going to make sure that my edges are nice and neat and slicked down. I used the Got to Be glue gel throughout this entire tutorial for securing the lace, and I just used a tiny bit of it here, which is all you need to lay down my edges. Now I'm going to cut my lace, and I feel like I went a little bit too close to the hairline, but it's okay. This is what it looked like when I was finished. And at this point, I realized that this wig was just way too small for my big head. It was not fitting, and I was like, okay, I don't know, but this hair is beautiful, so I'm gonna have to make it work, and we did. But it took a few attempts, and I'm gonna show you guys basically my entire process and what I learned along the way. So the first thing I did was just do a small thin layer of this got2b glue gel along my edges. And you definitely don't want to use too much product. Definitely keep it minimal. You don't want this stuff to build up and get chunky, and it's just going to be a hot mess. So definitely try to control it. And you can also use a blow dryer on cool to kind of speed up the drying process of this gel, because we need it to be tacky in order to lay down the lace. So here I'm just adding a second layer of that gel. So this was my first attempt to put on the wig, and it was a fail. I did not clip back the hair or anything, and it was just all in my way, and the wig was not fitting, so I was really pulling on it, and it was just a hot mess. So I went ahead and cleaned that off with alcohol and water, and this gel comes off so easily. I had no problems with it. So just in case you're worried about that, I found that it was really easy to come off with water. But this is my second attempt. I added more gel, and now I'm just pulling this wig, and it's really struggling to fit on my head. But this time I did have the hair clipped back, so it was a lot easier. But as you can see, this was again a fail because I just could not get the wig to fit. So for my third attempt, this really helped. I used the clips that were inside of the wig, which I obviously should have done from the beginning because it fit a lot better. As you can see here, it really helped the wig to stay in place so I wasn't pulling on it. So I'm going to try this again with my got2b glue gel, and I'm just going to go ahead and start laying down that lace, and as you'll see, it really fits a lot better this time. I started from the middle and used my tail comb to just go ahead and secure the lace, and you definitely have to hold it in place, but I still had a lot of hair in my hairline and it was really getting in the way, and it just wasn't looking nice and neat, so this was also a fail. Okay, so I promised the fourth time was the charm for me, so I'm going ahead using those clips again to secure the wig so that I'm not struggling with it, and I'm just making sure everything lines up, and it does, as you can see. Now I'm going to be using these little metal clips to keep the hair pulled back so that I'm not fighting with it when I'm trying to lay down the lace. So as you can see, I'm just pulling back the hair, keeping it out of my way, and this really helped. Another thin layer of that gel, and then my blow dryer on cool, and then I'm gonna start from the very middle of the wig and start laying down my lace slowly all the way. You want to make sure that you hold it down because this isn't, you know, super glue. It's definitely gonna lift up if you don't hold it in place. So I'm just taking my time and securing the lace as neatly as I can. So once I was happy with the way it was looking, I quickly went ahead and tied it down with my silk scarf because I needed to hold it in place. You don't want to mess with it too much. You need to let it dry. So in the meantime, I beat my face, and now we're going to take off this scarf and see what it's looking like. I don't know why I'm looking so shook. But I think it looks pretty okay. I'm going to use this tip that I saw on Peak Mill's channel. I'm just using a little bit of alcohol on a Q-tip to get rid of my excess gel or glue that I have on my hairline. And now that the lace is nice and secured down and it's not moving all over the place, I'm going back in with a little bit of the gel and I'm just slicking down those edges, giving myself a few swoops. And you can style the edges however you want and, you know, play with the baby hairs, but I just wanted it to look a little bit more natural, so I'm playing with it as much as I can. And then I'm just going to make sure that I tie this down and let it dry again. Okay, so while we're waiting for those edges to dry, I'm just gonna style my hair. I'm gonna wet it down, detangle it again, and then add a little bit of product. So I found that this hair looked best when it wasn't parted with a sharp line, when I just flipped it over to the side. So that's what I did. And I'm just using some Dove foaming mousse. This mousse is so nice because it gives you a good hold, but there's no crunch at all. These curls were so pretty when you coil them. They look a little bit more natural. I really was feeling this curl pattern a lot. So once the hair is nice and styled, I just let it dry a little bit and then we're gonna take off this scarf. The edges came out so nice. I think it was pretty good for my first attempt at laying down my lace. You guys can let me know in the comments below and give me some tips for the next time because I definitely want to keep playing with some wigs. But here is the finished look. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you think I did a good job. I know I'm no Peak Mill or Malibu doll face, but I think that this came out pretty good and I'm obsessed with the hair. So thank you to RPGShow for sponsoring this video. I can't wait to play with more wigs and play with this wig and show you guys what I do to it in the future. So if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. And until next time guys, peace out and I will see you in the next video.